What's up everybody? It's Rox and I am coming to you today with the review for Love and Hip Hop New York Season 4 Episode 6. This week was just okay, which is, we are so funny because, when the shit is over the top and ratchet, we be complaining. When the shit is boring, we be complaining like, what the fuck we want? You either gonna deal with this ratchetness or you gonna deal with this boredom, but one of these we gonna commit to. Thank King Mona for sparing us the entertainment of Saigon and Erica Lee. I don't think we could have did it this week. Okay, just only so much ignorant at one time. Thank you very much, Mona. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Alright, y'all, your girl Rashida is getting married. She was giving it to us, wasn't she? I was like, bitch, you better work that fucking candy corn hair. It take a special type of bitch to walk out on the streets of New York with that color hair. So, y'all ain't about that. Y'all can't do it. You ain't about that life. Tahiri is in charge of the bachelorette party. And Tahiri just can't quite get herself together because she thought she was going to be the one that was running down the aisle towards her Prince Charming, Joe Budden. However, it has not worked out that way. Now, I did watch the YouTube channel Joe Budden had where he and Tahiri did a lot of videos together. And, they do seem to think, it did seem like they really love each other. But you know what? It might be too much water under the bridge. It was quite a bit of, fuckery on them damn videos. So Tahiri's kind of sad. Yet and still, Tahiri is still there and going to turn up for the Halloween extravaganza that is Rashida. Okay. She's feeling pretty good about the fact that her sister Lexi has got in touch with her. They haven't spoken in 5 years. Even though they're not really sure why Lexi is getting in touch with her, she's just happy that the channels are open again. So, we meet up with Lexi later on, and Lexi looks just like Tahiri except the darker version. Turns out they had the same daddy or something like that. And Lexi is feeling some kind of way about the fact that Tahiri, she always brand new when she hook up with some new nigga. And you know how y'all have friends like that, okay? Every time they be with somebody that you can't get in touch with them, the bitch don't answer the phone, they don't call you. Then when the motherfucker go south and they ain't together no more, then the bitch wouldn't be playing all these girls night out and all this shit. Lexi is just like, you don't even know what's going on in the family. Daddy is about to lose his house. And Tahiri's like, I talk to Daddy all the time. He ain't saying nothing about him losing his house. And she was like, yeah, because that's what the fuck I mean. You ain't never around. Like, you don't know what's going on, So Lexi, they get to going back and forth. It's real heavy and dramatic. And, but I'm just going to say, okay, it's family. Be all kind of shit going on in family. So, they crying, and Tahiri, she's real frustrated because it takes this moment for her to realize how much she has sacrificed for her relationship with Joe Budden, all for it to be fucked up in the end. Now she has, lost ties with her family for the last 5 years, or her half sister, and whatever else. So Tahiri gets in touch with her dad. Okay, it turns out that Lexi was putting 20 on 10. Daddy was like, I ain't fixing to lose my house. Shit, I just said I'll strap for a little bit of cash. That's it. Your sister, she just doing extra. Y'all know extraness. Trying to be on the show. I was like, that's why Lexi got in touch with me. She was like, fuck, I see the cash cow of this show. Maybe I need to get in on it. So it wasn't as serious as Lexi made it seem, but maybe that was the opening that she needed to get back in touch and, open the relationship back up with Tahiri. Whatever. They are together and they are realizing that their daddy got, he kind of depressed. He don't really have much going on for him right now. So they come up with the bright idea that they're going to build daddy a church. And I was like, they ain't got no damn storefronts around New York that you can rent out. Like, why are we building churches? We ain't talking about no damn car wash or nothing, nigga. This a church. You just build a church for somebody, I guess, but I thought maybe do he have a church already? Does he have a following? Like, you gonna build this church and then who gonna be in it? Like, what's going on? But Pastor Daddy, we gonna get him a church together. Lexi and Tahiri is gonna hook it up for him. So I'm not mad. Do whatever you gotta do for your day. I'm just trying to figure out why we can't rent a building. That's all I want to know. Y'all, Yandy a boss. Yandy makes money all the time. Yandy is in charge of her business. Yandy does the damn thing all the time. It's the same shit with Yandy. Okay, Yandy, we get it. Rich ain't pulling his weight as far as Yandy is concerned. I guess Rich Dollars is the A&R of the company. She's the business. He's the one that goes out and finds the talent. don't like the way that Yandy talks to Rich Dollaz. She fussing at Rich Dollaz, you guys, and I get why she gets frustrated with him because he is a fuck up and he kind of retarded and all, but damn, you just very degrading. Like, what the hell you go into business with the fool if you know he ain't got no act right? Maybe you shouldn't even be in business with him. Okay, because I'm just tired of this every week she fussing with him. They ain't got no real good talent, y'all. All they got is Underbite Butterfly, they got Erica the lesbian, and they got Olivia. Okay, God rest her soul. Where's Olivia, y'all? So she got to take matters into her own hands, you guys. So she hooks up with this female rapper named Jay De Niro. Jay De Niro comes to her office, and you know, Jay De Niro, she spits a few bars for Miss Yandy. But you know what sells Yandy? They can commiserate on the fact that they both have jailbird boyfriends. Miss De Niro is all but signed right there on the spot, but Yandy does have the business sense to say, you know what, let me make sure that I hear you in studio first. And I can tell Miss De Niro right now is if the girl get to rapping about, you know, conjugal visits and putting money on books, and damn it, you got a deal. Peter lets Amina know that Yandy is not going to sign her to, you know, Yandy and Rich's label because it's just too much mess. And your girl Mina is quite disappointed. She says she don't understand why she's being punished when she hasn't done anything wrong. She says she's getting the short end of the stick everywhere. Okay, Peter is not even staying with her still. He's still staying at the house with Tara because he wants to be there for the boys. And I'm thinking like, nigga, why the fuck you can't get up in the morning and go pick the boys up, take their ass to school, pick them up after school, take them home, and stay with them until Tara get home? You can be like countless other parents that have separated and worked that shit out. Okay, you ain't got to be there with them. Shit, you ain't got a job. You got plenty of time to spend with them when Tara ain't around. But, you know, okay, whatever. She said ain't shit changed since this big marital announcement. She don't even have a ring. And y'all, Peter Panky said, well, you know what? You Peter's girl. And you deserve way more than what I can give you right now. So, you know, that's why I ain't bought no ring. Even though they got $20 rings at the flea market. That's just some gold bands, you know, that we can put on our fingers. I want to give you the best, baby. And that's why I ain't got you no ring. Peter Panky is bouncing back and forth, telling the girl that he's staying at the studio's house. Then he say he's staying with his mama's. And then sometime he's staying at Tara's house. I'm just like, where the nigga staying is what the hell I'm trying to say. Later on, we see him with the boys playing. And he says that, you know, he hasn't been able to spend much time with the boys. And I was just like, now, wait a minute. You just said you were staying over at Tara's house. Now, why you ain't seeing the boys? I see, this is what the hell I'm trying to say. Anyways, you guys, Tara gets home from wherever the hell she been. She looking over at Peter Panky, and Peter Panky looking good over there on that fucked up ass couch. Okay, now listen. I know that Peter and Tara were a true couple that was kind of struggling to make ends meet. A true working couple, just like all the rest of us. Okay, I'm not saying that that's bad. Okay, they was really not having no money before they got on this show. I'm not trying to make fun of them or nothing, but I'm thinking like, you couldn't borrow $1,000 from Mona just so you can get that one room that they insist on filming in, just so you go and get you some fucking grout cleaner, clean up that goddamn tile, get you a damn throw rug, put some shit up on the walls, and get you a new love seat. You ain't got to get a couch, just a love seat, because you know what, that fucking couch, I looked at it, I was like, ooh. Ooh, that remind me of the girls' houses when you used to go. How many of y'all used to get your hair braided? Everybody who braid hair house be fucked up. You get over that house, that shit be fucked up. Okay, she be like clearing off the couch. Like, girl, come over here and sit down. You look at that couch and that motherfucker is not even a color that you can recognize. It got crushed up Fritos on it, some goddamn Fruit Loops, suspect ass white crusty spots, random ass clumps of synthetic hair of different colors. Fucking clothes over there. You ain't sure if that shit is clean or dirty. You sit your motherfucking ass on that couch. You pick a spot and you sit down real tight. You got your fucking purse in your lap. And she be like, girl, you can put your purse down. You be like, no, that's okay, because I like to keep my purse with me because I keep going in it. You don't want no fucking roach crawling up in that bitch. Your ass be nervous. Fucking house stink. Is just like, what the fuck be going on in them Brandon's house? But y'all did a study. The more fucked up the house is, the better the bitch can braid, okay? One time I was at a damn house. She had her damn like 8-month baby in the high chair for like 7 hours while she braided my hair. I had to entertain the little nigga the whole time. Had went to sleep, woke up, watched TV, played with him, all of that, all in this high chair situation. But you bet you know what, that hair, that shit was bomb, okay? All right, I'm getting off subject. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Peter Panky looking good on that goddamn couch. Okay, so and then he say, let me kiss it. And I was like, ooh, now y'all look. I'm telling you what, Roxanne has a weakness for the old face in the place. You can't say let me kiss it. I don't give a fuck. Too much information, but I was just like, oh girl, I was kind of weak for her. You can't say let me kiss it. I was just like, that's kind of, hitting below the belt. Yeah, y'all know little face in place. I ain't never heard nobody. Long story short, they get busy, all right? But she know that shit was not really the best idea. She get together with K. Michelle, and side note, I guess Mona said, fuck this backstory shit. They ain't y'all figure out how these two know each other. I was just like, now how Tara know K. Michelle? They ain't saying shit about them too, but whatever. K. Michelle gives her good advice. Look, you can't keep going back and forth with him. You can't keep doing it with him. And she was just like, I know, but he was just looking so good over there. And she couldn't resist. You do need to cut that shit out, because it's hard to resist somebody that you was in love with, that you were still attracted to. You just probably don't need to be around each other as much. Y'all figure out a visitation schedule with them kids and go from there. Because Tara and the kids don't have to be a package deal, right? Meanwhile, we got that damn Amina Butterfly over there buying fucking rings, y'all. She putting her foot down, okay? Damn it, we married, and so I'm gonna get us our rings. She's real, she's just in it. She's singing songs. She wrote about how she don't want to be right, and I really do think that this girl is green. Okay, I'm starting to think that she just really has no experience. She's I don't want to say dumb, but she dumb, flighty. Okay, like a butterfly. Maybe that's why her name is Amina Butterfly. Peter loves his ring, y'all, but wait a minute. He cannot wear his ring around Tara, because that would be like throwing the shit in her face. And I guess Amina gonna have to get with that, okay? Then he throw his same fabulous charm on her, and I was just like, Lord have mercy. This man and these two women, I guess. Now, the confrontation between this show is between Mr. Peter Panky and Erica the lesbian. Rich Dollars has come up with this, he's decided that in order to help Peter Panky out, he would have Peter manage Erica. I don't really get the reasoning why here, and I could tell you from the very thought of that shit was not gonna work out. I think we all knew that, because Erica still is feeling some kind of way about the fact that Peter said all the shit that he said about her last season. Alright, so and I'm just starting to think like, wow, does Erica really love Rich Dollars? I know people used to say that last season, like some people really did think that she really did care about him. So I was just like, because she real passionate about the fact that he broke them up. I didn't even think the shit was real, but maybe. They all get together to meet. Okay, we got Peter, we got Amina, we got Rich Dollars, and we got Erica. As soon as they sit down, it's off to the races, okay? Because Erica's letting his ass know that she don't appreciate the fact that he judged her before she even met him, and he is the reason that she and Rich is not together. Peter tries to smooth it out, tries to throw the charm on it, but Erica ain't there for that shit today, okay? So he get to talking about the damn streets was talking and all that. She was like, yeah, the fucking streets is talking. You know what they're saying? They're saying you a clown, okay? You're an old ass man in a young ass man's job. And I was just like, because this is now we talking about ego. You got his woman sitting across. She sitting over there just stupid, like she's stupid. She don't know what the fuck going on. She ain't used to this. Fucking Amina was like, I got my ass beat once already. I know when to say something. So yeah, when she said that, it was like the crazy switch. Ooh, it's a spider crawling on my car. Ooh. So yeah, when I'm scared to death of the spiders. That threw my whole thinking train off. It's a big ass white spider. It's gonna crawl across my damn sunroof in a minute. What was I saying? Okay, so you could see the crazy switch in Peter switch on. I was like, fixing to go south. So they get to arguing back and forth, and she throws a plate at him, and that nigga jump up and he throw a cup at her. He run. He looked like he. All I can say is good thing the security is there, because he's fixed to get with that ass. I was like, ooh, Erica, girl, you just got saved ass beaten. I need you to calm down, because are you beating women's asses? Because security should not be holding you back from beating a woman, okay? Even though Erica is mouthy and shit, is just definitely not a good look for Peter. Because it looked like if he could have got to her, he'd at least held on to her real tight and, you know, kind of shook her. Yeah, he looked like he was about to do something to her. So good for the security to be there, but And, you know, Erica's over all the way on that other side, but she was just like, nigga, you ain't ready. You can't handle my mouth, motherfucker. And I was like, he sure the hell can, because he got, you know, the stupid butterfly over here fluttering around and daffodils, and then he got the other one about to be overcome with city mold. So Peter don't know nothing about this type of cursing now. Okay, so anyway, Erica meets up with Rich later, and you know, he's just trying to tell her like that she's out of control. That's why people don't want to work with her. But I really need Rich to understand his artist a little bit better. Why is it that we all knew that that shit wasn't gonna go well? Don't put your damn crazy ass artists in situations where you know it's gonna end up like that. That's all I want to say. Maybe Andy do need to get out of business with Rich. All right, you guys. So that's it. Top of the blogs tomorrow, maybe Friday, sometime between tomorrow and Friday. Okay, I want you guys to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.